Hey class, it's Ashley and I'm back with another mentoring moment. Today, I am going to share with you a $50,000 mentee case study. I'm going to be talking about some of my most successful mentees and the exact strategies I use to help them make more money and have more impact. And I'm going to talk about it from the framework of a mentee who makes about $50,000. I will share with you that most of the mentees in my Mentor Me Accelerator program are, when they join the program, they're making somewhere between $50,000 and $80,000 annually, and they come to me looking for about a $20,000 or $30,000 salary increase. And so I really am excited to present this case study to you because I know that this will be really applicable for many of the women who are watching this, right? Like if you're in that audience, right? If you're a professional woman that's making about $50,000 right now, and you're looking for a $20,000, $25,000, $30,000 salary increase, this live is for you because we're going to be talking about how I've helped professional woman after professional woman after professional woman secure those kinds of salary increases and actually see massive increases in the impact that they're able to have in their industries and make $20,000 and $30,000 more than they were making before they joined me. And so I'm excited to really get into the nitty gritty today. We're going to talk about specifically how I'm able to help my mentees secure those, double digit salary increases. And we're going to talk about some of the mentees that I've helped specifically. So I'm going to pull up some of their stories and we're going to go through it. So if that sounds like something you are excited to dive into, just throw some hearts up on the screen. I am so excited to walk you through how I help mentees really see those massive salary increases. And I want to start with just who my ideal mentee is. So I primarily serve women and women identified people. I do not serve men or male identified people. That's just a personal choice. I know that I built my strategies based on my own career development and based on the career development of the women that were in front of me, the women that were in my community, the women that I was at work with. And so I know that my strategies absolutely work for women and women identified people. I feel confident that they do serve men well. I just helped my fiance secure an $18,000 salary increase. So I know that they work for men, but I made a personal choice to primarily serve women and women identified people. I also primarily serve women in corporate, nonprofit, and educational leadership, right? I have experience working in all of those industries. I've worked for major Fortune 500 companies in corporate. I have a PhD in educational leadership. I've worked in nonprofit at some of the largest nonprofits in the country throughout my career. So lots of expertise in those industries. So that's the industries that I serve. And I specifically love to serve women who are currently making about $50,000 to $80,000 annually. That's my sweet spot. While I absolutely serve women who are making less than that, and I have lots of mentees who are making way more than that. I really like to serve women who come to me like, Ashley, I'm making about $50,000 to $80,000 right now. I am not making enough money and I need to be making more, right? Because I have seen massive growth with those women who are in that $40,000 to $50,000 range. And, they are seeing I have a mentee who saw an $84,000 salary increase after working with me. She came to me making about $53,000. She was able to jump up to $140,000 job offer after working with me. So that is the level of impact that I'm able to have with my mentees, and that is the results that I drive. So if that's you, just type "it's me" in the comment section. If you're like, oh yes, Ashley, you're talking to me. I'm a woman. I'm a person who works in either corporate, nonprofit, and educational leadership, and currently I make about about $40,000, $50,000, $60,000, $70,000, $80,000 right now, and I'm looking for a minimum, baseline, girl, I need your help to get to a $20,000 to $30,000 salary increase. If that's you, then definitely want to know that you're in the room, know that, you're in my audience, because those are the kind of women I serve. And that's where I have seen the most impact. That mentee, her name is Patty, and we actually did a live together maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago. So definitely check that out in my feed. She works in nonprofit, has a strong background in the nonprofit space. And I was able to help her leverage that nonprofit expertise, right? Like a lot of people think women in a nonprofit can't make no money. She had that mindset too. Like there's no way that I can make more money, but we were able to leverage the strategies in the Mentor Me Accelerator, help her see the value of her expertise. We were able to take that value and move her into actually another nonprofit, a nonprofit tech company. And she was able to secure a salary of $140,000. That doesn't even include the sign-on bonuses and the benefits that she got from that role. $84,000 salary increase is just the salary, right? That doesn't even include the bonuses. So those are the kind of results that I drive for my mentees, and I'm going to be talking to you about those in today's live. So let's dive in. So the first thing, and I'm going to pull up some images just so that we can kind of talk about this together. You can see some things on the screen. So this is a $50,000 case study. And, you know, I'm a data nerd. Like I love data. I have a PhD in education. I love numbers. I love like facts, right? Like not just like feelings, but facts, like actual data to back up the results that I get my mentees. So I will tell you that I did a lot of data digging just to make sure that I was being able to accurately like identify the impact of my work, right? So actively identify when women work with me, they get these kind of results, and without me, they get these kind of results. So before I dive into this graphic, I want to just share that obviously, you know, there are women who are job searching month after month and year after year and aren't getting any results, right? Like they're not getting callbacks. They're not getting job offers. They're not going into those roles. And so if that's where you are right now, like this doesn't even apply to you because you ain't even getting a job. Like you're not even getting an offer. But for women who don't work with me, who don't see expert level mentors in their career development, without expert level mentorship, and this is data from Zippia Career Experts in 2021. I actually posted this graphic in my feed as well, so you can go there and read it, share it, like it, because I want more women to get this data in front of them. So if, you know, without working with an expert level mentor, on average, women earn about 14% growth when they start a new job, right? So if you're just, you know, out there doing you, right? Like you're just, you know, out there looking for a job. Let's say you get a job offer. On average, you're going to see women see about a 14% salary increase when they start a new job. So for those women that are in that $50,000 annual space, right? That's going to be an annual salary of about $50,000. You're going to see a 14% increase on your base salary, and you're going to be making about $57,000 in that new role, right? That's the average across the United States. Zippia Career Experts in 2001, this is the data that they published last year. They said that on average, when women start a new job, you're going to see about a 14% salary increase, right? So that's without me. That's without expert level mentorship. That's without a strategy. If you just go out there and look for a job, if you get a job offer, that's what you're going to see, right? That's just the truth. That's what you're going to see. I know a lot of y'all are looking for way more money than $57,000. You didn't go to school. You didn't get this bachelor's degree, child. You didn't get this master's degree. You didn't do all of this work to just be making an additional $7,000 annually. And quite frankly, for some of y'all not even going to see that extra $7,000. You know, that's going to be taken up by health insurance. That's going to be taken up by gas. It's going to be taken, like, you're not even going to see that pedally, you know, like, you're not even going to see that $7,000, right? But with expert level mentorship, like in working with me, my mentees last year, the 76 women that I served, for the women who came to me making about $50,000 annually, for those women, when they came to me making about $50,000, after working with me, they saw a 50% salary increase on a $50,000 base salary, right? That's the data, flat out. Of the 76 women that I served last year, of the ones that were making about $50,000 when they first came to work with me, they saw a 50% salary increase, which meant their new salary was $75,000 annually. That is a $25,000 salary increase. And on average, that's what my mentees see. Like on average, I help women secure about a $23,000 to $25,000 salary increase. And of course, I have mentees who do way more than that. Last year, I had a mentee who secured a $30,000 salary increase. That's Quiana. Last year, I had a mentee who secured a $47,000 salary increase. That's Sheena. Last year, I had a mentee who secured an $84,000 salary increase after working with me. That is Patty, right? Like, and I have many, many more mentees to speak to as well. But like, this is the difference. Like, this is the case study. This is the data. And I operate in extreme integrity. So I didn't make up no money, no numbers. I didn't make up no money. Ain't no funny money. You can see the like, you can see the women that I work with. They come live with me. They tell their story. Like, right. There's nothing mystical about this. There's no lies here. It's just data and facts. Right. And so the truth is that, first of all, if you're job searching without expert level mentorship, chances are you're going to have a hard time getting the call back. You're going to have a hard time hearing back from employers. You're going to have a hard time with that, right? And then, right, you're going to have a hard time with just getting the callbacks, just getting engaging with employers. But even if you do get the job offer, sis, even if you do get the job offer, they are going to lowball you because you likely haven't positioned yourself as the expert that you are to begin with. Right. And that's why my mentees see that 50% salary increase on the base salary. Right. That's why they see that, because we go in with strategy. And the hidden cost of not working with an expert, the hidden cost of not working with me is that, yeah, you might get the job. But girl, yes, you might get the job, but you're leaving $18,000 on the table because you're going to get the job and they're going to offer you 57 and you're going to say yes. If you get the job through me, they're going to offer you the job. You're going to negotiate on the offer and you're going to come out making $25,000 more than you were initially making. That's the data and that's the truth. And if that's where you're trying to go, like if you're trying to go the route of expert level mentorship, then this is the case study, right? This is what is available to you, right? And honestly, this is also what's available to you if you don't get the help that you need. Because, and I have to be honest, like obviously there are women in the world who are getting jobs without my help. Right? I have about 4,000 followers on Instagram. I'm connected to about 1,000 people on LinkedIn. I have, my YouTube subscribers are like 60 people. I'm not touching the masses, right? So I'm not going to pretend like the girls can't get a job without me. I'm just saying that the amount of money that you're going to make when you work with me is going to far surpass the amount of money that you would make if you didn't have me. And that I know for an absolute fact, because I have data and data and data upon top of data that shows that when women work with me and receive my expert level mentorship, they are far better off in their salary, in their satisfaction, and in the service that they can expect from me as a mentor and the service they're able to provide their employer because they're well positioned in the marketplace. This is the data. This is the story. These are the numbers. Without expert level mentorship, you might get the job, but you're going to get lowballed and the salary impact is not going to be significant. But with expert level mentorship, you're going to see massive amounts of impact. You're going to see massive salary increases and you're going to feel more satisfied and more secured in the role. And so I hope it's an easy decision for you to recognize that I need expert level mentorship and that I can't afford to go at it on my own. I can't afford to try to DIY it and figure it out. I can't afford to talk to my best friend, cousin, sister, nephew who does career coaching and updates resumes and work with him because he's not an expert, right? Like you can't afford to waste time and you're leaving, honestly, in this example, you're leaving $18,000 on the table by not investing in expert level mentorship. And the investment to work with me is not even a third of the kind of salary increases that I'm helping my mentees secure. And so I just don't want you to miss out on the actual raw data. I don't want you to miss out on the opportunity to get the support you need. I want to invite you to apply to the Mentor Me Accelerator today and get the support that you need so that you can see these kinds of outcomes. Because without expert level mentorship, sis, you might get the job, but it's not going to be fulfilling and it's not going to pay you for the value of your expertise. But with expert level mentorship, you'll see higher level outcomes and you'll have job satisfaction. And that's a promise of working with me as a mentor. So now I want to just share a different let's just like walk through some case studies, because I don't want to just kind of like say this to you. I want to show you the data. I want to show you the results that my mentees get. So I'm going to start with my mentee Diara. So this is my mentee Diara. Diara secured a management role and a $35,000 salary increase in working with me through the Mentor Me Accelerator. Diara is a young, under 30. She's so fairly young for my program. I mean, I typically serve women anywhere from like 22 to like 70. Like I have mentees all over the place. But Diara started working with me in her mid 20s. And she had a lot of experience in marketing and social media. So she had done a lot of work in marketing, social media graphics, social media design, copy editing, copywriting. She had a lot of skill sets in marketing, but kept like taking on and finding these part-time jobs. Like it was like part-time gig work. Oh, do this graphic for me, do this, little work for me, do this over here. It was not sustainable. And she really desired to make more money and have more impact in her career. She was really, she was a professional who was really looking to like see more money in her salary, like see more money in her paycheck. And she wanted to move, right? She wanted to relocate. I think she was living with her family at the time. She wanted to get her own place. She wanted to pay down some debt. She had amassed quite a bit of debt. And so, she came to me like, Ashley, I need to secure a minimum of a $20,000 salary increase. And I want to use the skills that I have in marketing and copy editing and graphic design. Like I want to use those skills to secure a sustainable and a stable marketing role. Right. And I think that this is true for a lot of folks who work in like media or marketing, right? I serve a lot of women in these areas. And what's true about those industries is that there's a lot of gig work, like do this project, do this gig, do this thing, but there's not a lot of like sustainable roles. And to get to those sustainable roles, a lot of people feel like you need another degree, you need another credential, you need, more than what you have. And so Diara came to me like, Ashley, like I want to use what I have to get what I want. And that's exactly what we did. We worked on Diara's ability to position herself as an expert. Like she had done all this gig work, so her resume was kind of like all over the place. And so we really need to understand, how can you position yourself as an expert? Even as a younger professional, how can you position yourself as an authority in your industry, right? How can you position yourself as someone who knows what they're doing, who comes in with receipts and comes in to help organizations understand how you can resolve their marketing and communication problems? And so that's the work that we did together, right? We worked together to identify how she could position herself as an expert in the market. And because she was able to position herself as an expert in the market, she went into the role securing a management level role without even having some of the, coordinator, assistant director level like roles. Like she came in at the management level, right? Because of the way I helped her position herself in the marketplace. And a lot of that positioning comes from me really going through my mentees' background, their expertise, their degrees, all of the things that you've done in your career up to this point, and developing and crafting a personalized career development plan that's actually going to help you position yourself for the $20,000 and $30,000 salary increase that you're looking for. That's what's special about the Mentor Me program. And that's why my mentees see such massive salary increases, right? I know flat out that there is not another career development strategist or career coach in the marketplace that's securing these kinds of outcomes for their clients, right? And for their mentees. There is not and you can mark this down, make a note, girl, share it out. There is not another career development strategist that's securing these kinds of results for their clients. The reason why I secured these kinds of results is because I have a proven process, and I spend a lot of time like working individually with my mentees to make sure that I understand what their needs are, that I understand what their background and skill sets are, and that I'm positioning them well in the marketplace. Right? That's why the results are here, right? Before working with me, actually, Diara was making about $38,000, right? After working with me, she's now approaching a $90,000 annual salary. Those are the kind of results that I drive for my mentees, and the hidden cost of trying to do it on your own, and the hidden cost of going to a resume writer, and the hidden cost of just, well, let me wait till next year, let me wait till next month, let me wait till COVID is over. The hidden cost in that is that you're leaving tens of thousands of dollars on the table by not investing in yourself and getting the help that you need, right? Like Yara's story is a beautiful example of her commitment to getting the help that she needs so that she can get the results that she wants. And, one of the things I'll say about this before I go to the next mentee case study is that, a lot of times I have women come to me and they're like, Ashley, I really want to work with you, but I got to save up. I got to pay down some debt. Like, I can't afford to work with you. Diara was making $38,000 before working with me. And she figured out a way to prioritize her budget and her career development so that she can invest in herself through the program. I have women come to me who are making $80,000 like, well, I just can't figure out how to afford to invest in this program. I'm like, girl, you can't figure out how not to. You absolutely, if you're making that much money, we need to get you to the six-figure club. But you have to make an investment to get there, right? And so definitely want to encourage you to invest in yourself through the Mentor Me Accelerator program and apply today. You can do so right on my website at mentor-me.org. So next up, we are going to, let's talk about Tracy. Super excited to talk about Tracy's story. I actually just did a YouTube video with her this week, dropped today. So go to my YouTube. It's Ashley Ashire, my name. Just go to Ashley Ashire. It's my name. I just did a YouTube video with Tracy talking about how she transitioned from education to nonprofit and secured a $15,000 salary increase. Super excited to talk about this story because I get this, and I'll call it what it is, excuse. I get this excuse over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. Ashley, I want to get a new job. I want to make more money, but my current job's benefits, I can't leave behind. They give a great educational benefit. They give a great childcare benefit. They let me go to the gym. They let me work from home or whatever. Like whatever excuse you want to use, and just throw some hearts up on the screen if you feel like there's no way I can leave my current job because of the benefits, right? I get this again and again and again and again. And I'm like, girl, do you think your job is the only job that got benefits? Like I kept telling Tracy, do you believe that your job is the only job in the world that has benefits? Girl, they got education benefits everywhere, right? And she was working in education and earning, I think, her PhD. She's working on her PhD at the institution. She was like, I can go here for free, so there's no way I can leave. And I was like, Tracy, first of all, they're not paying you enough. Second of all, if I'm able to help you secure a $15,000 salary increase, you can throw some of that money on paying for your tuition and still have some money in the bank. There is no reason for you to stay stuck in a role that is no longer serving you. No reason. I don't care what you come to me with. I'm going to tell you that there is no reason why you should be staying in a role that is no longer serving you. I don't care what the benefit is. I don't care how much you like your boss. I don't care how many friends you got there. I don't care how short the commute is. There is no reason why you should be staying in a role that is no longer serving you. And Tracy's story is a beautiful example of that, right? I was able to help her transition from working in education to working in a nonprofit and securing a $15,000 salary increase. And she was able to successfully negotiate her former employer to continue to pay for her education as she transitioned to another organization. That's how bad I am. That's how good we are. That's how good Mentor Me strategies are. We can negotiate anything because everything is negotiable. I helped Tracy transition from education to nonprofit. And the reason why she came to me and she's like, Ashley, there's no way that I can transition. I cannot do this. And I helped her successfully negotiate that her former employer would continue to pay for her education while she transitioned to a whole nother job. That's the power of mentorship. That's the power of mentorship. You're doing it on your own. You're going to stay stuck in this job that's underpaying you where you're unhappy just so you can get an education credit. When the truth is that you can hire me and I can help you successfully negotiate to keep the educational benefit, work in a role and in an organization that values you, and collect a bag. Now, the choice is simply yours. The choice is simply yours, but that is what's available to you. That's what's available. It was available for Tracy. And if you want to watch Tracy's full story, check out my YouTube. It's Ashley Ashire. So ASHLEY ASSHIRE. My first name, my middle name. Check that out on my YouTube. You can see Tracy's full story there. It's just, and this is not an anomaly. Let me just like clear that up. Like, I think sometimes when my like followers see these success stories, they're like, oh, well, that can't happen for me. Like this happens all the time. Like, I serve women at this level all the time. This is a standard. Right? And honestly, I've gotten better over time. Tracy is a mentee that I served last year. I'm getting better all the time. I'm getting better all the time. So yeah, you definitely want to take advantage of getting that expert level mentorship so that I can serve you too. All right. Next up, we're going to do another case study here. Let's see. So many mentees to choose from. Let's do Janine. So Janine is just an outstanding mentee. Worked in I guess like digital marketing, digital design. I serve a lot of women who work in marketing, communications, media. I have a mentee right now, Gabby, who works in radio. She works for you guys heard of the Breakfast Club? She works for like the Breakfast Club affiliate. So yeah, I serve a lot of women in that space, in that corporate space. But Janine worked in that space as well. She came to me, so I served Janine in 2020. So Janine came to me at the height of the pandemic. I think Janine and I started working together like March, April, May during that time. And, if you all think back to the height of the pandemic, like, it was tumultuous. People was laying people off. People was, putting people on furlough. Couldn't nobody find a job. The economy was like absolutely turned around. It was like super chaotic. And Janine came to me and she was like, I hate my current job. I'm so unhappy here. I want to stay in media and marketing and social media design, but I want to work for the big boys. I'm tired of working. She was working for a lot of like smaller companies and kind of like piddly companies. She's like, I want to work for the big boys. I want to work for the YouTubes, for the Facebook Metas. I want to work for the Instagrams. That's where I'm trying to go in my career. Ashley, can you get me there? And the other thing that Janine was struggling with, and I think, let me know if this resonates, just put a 1 in the chat if this resonates. She was really struggling with career confidence. She felt so defeated by her current job. They didn't support her. They didn't value her. They were paying her poorly. They were micromanaging her every move. And put a 1 in the chat if you've experienced that at work. And she was so defeated and so frustrated and felt so like angry that like she like, I do good work here. I'm a trustworthy employee. Why do they treat me like this? And so she was experiencing a lot of that. And so, we really had to work on building up her career confidence, right? Like building up her ability to believe in herself enough to apply the strategies that I'm teaching. And I honestly, I'll be honest, I hate to talk about career confidence because I feel like people think affirmations and words of encouragement are going to encourage you to like go out and get a $30,000 salary increase. And that's actually not how it works. That's not how it works. I don't care how many words of affirmation, how much journaling you do. Without strategy, those words of affirmation are going to fall flat. So you absolutely have to have strategy to back up the belief that you have in yourself. And I always say that confidence comes from winning. When my mentees come into my programs and now they can speak at a higher level to their skill set, and now they understand the exact industries, impact areas, functional areas, and position titles they should be seeking, and now their materials are beautiful, and now they know how to interview. Like, once my mentees get those wins, once they start getting those callbacks and they go on those successful interviews and those job offers come in, that's when my mentees gain confidence. You get confident from the wins. And so if you're like out here trying to affirmation yourself into a $30,000 salary increase, sis, I promise you it doesn't work like that. The confidence comes from winning. And you need to get on the winning team. And so this is why my strategies are so successful. It's because I don't just pump a lot of, you can do it, I believe in you, into you. Like, I'm not going to do that to you, because that might inspire you and encourage you for a day, maybe even for a week. But once it gets hard, it's going to be fleeting. And so this is why I always say I am not a motivational speaker. I am not here to inspire you or encourage you or to uplift you. If you happen to be encouraged or inspired or uplifted by something I say, I'm so thrilled to hear that. But that's not why I'm here. I'm here to give you strategy to help you make more money and have more impact in your career, because the world is a better place when women make more money. Flat out, the world is a better place when women make more money. I want to see the world be a better place. Therefore, I want to see women making more money. Right? And so, Tiffany, thank you for participating and typing that 1 in the chat. Tiffany, if you find yourself in a space in your career like Janine found herself when she first started working with me, it was like, I feel so beat up by my job. I feel so overwhelmed by this work, and I'm not sure how to get out of this. You would be a great fit for the Mentor Me Accelerator, because we can work together to really teach you how to position yourself to a higher level of leadership, which is automatically going to boost your career confidence, and not only boost your career confidence, but drive results, right? Like, because this is what we're looking for. We're trying to get to the results. The results are making more money and having more impact. That's the result of working with me. And so that's where we're trying to go. And so Janine came to me needing that kind of support. And what we really worked on with Janine is making sure that she was positioned as a high level leader in higher level organizations, right? I often say that it's real easy to be the big fish in a little pond. It's real easy to be the big fish in a little pond, right? Like, everybody loves you. Everybody loves what you do. Everybody, is your friend in a little pond. But when you try to go play with the big boys, when you, like Janine was trying to work with the Facebooks, the YouTubes, and the Instagrams of the world. She was trying to work with the big boys. You can't be coming in there talking about, I'm a team player, I'm a hard worker, I build great teams, I'm a leader with the big boys. You actually have to know how to speak to your expertise in a way that's going to make the employer take notice. That's my job. That's what I do, to help you position yourself to a higher level of leadership and help position you to really understand how high-level employers see themselves, how high-level employers see you, and how you can align yourself with their expectations to be positioned as a top candidate, right? Janine now works, and I won't say exactly where she works because I want to protect her privacy, but Janine now works at one of the three big boys. YouTube, Facebook/Meta, Instagram, she now works there, and secured a $20,000 salary increase through strategy she learned at the Mentor Me Accelerator. These are the kinds of results that I drive for professional women. If this sounds like what you're looking for, if you want to be a part of these beautiful slides where I share the success of my mentees, the pathway to get there is through applying to the Mentor Me Accelerator. I'm accepting new mentees right now, and I invite you to apply to work with me. You can do so right on my website at mentor-me.org. And I'm going to close out this case study by talking about what's at risk if you don't get the support that you need, right? Because I think that it's easy to delay it. It's easy to say maybe later. It's easy to say, well, let me think about it. It's easy to say I can't afford it right now. It's easy to say I need to prioritize this over this over this, right? And so, let me just be super duper honest with you and talk to you about what's at stake when you don't get the help that you need. So in this same $50,000 case study, let's say and this is a good thing, right? But let's say you get the job, right? Let's say you don't work with me, you go out there on your own and you get the job. And let's say, just like in the example I shared, on average, women who don't have expert level mentorship are going to secure about a 14% salary increase on their base salary. So you're now making $57,000 a year. And you're like, yes, yay, I got the job. I hated my last employer. I hated, that unit or whatever. I got a new job. You so hype. You go to brunch. You celebrate with your girls. You hype because it's I got a new job. I'm out here. But within 6 months, the employer is adding more and more responsibilities to your plate. They're asking you to train new employees. They're asking you to write standard operating procedures. They're asking you to take on new projects. And you y'all ain't paying me enough for this. Yes, I said yes to the job. I'm, happy to be here. Happy I got the job. But y'all only gave me a $7,000 salary increase. Y'all don't pay me enough to do this extra work. Y'all don't pay me enough to do this and that and third. Y'all don't pay me enough for that. Right? And so now you're frustrated. Now you're like, okay, well, I need a raise. So you go to them and say, hey, I see you add new responsibilities to my plate. This is out of scope. I need a raise. I need a promotion. And they're like, well, no, we can't give raises or promotions in the first 2 years of you working on the job. You have to prove yourself, right? They give you some bull crap like that. So now, for the next 2 years, you feel stuck in this role, making $57,000 annually, doing way more work than you anticipated, way more work than they're paying you for because you did not get the expert level help that you needed, right? So you got the job, yay. Except you didn't get it with strategy, so now you're leaving a ton on the table, right? With expert level mentorship, at a minimum, my mentees are securing $25,000 salary increases. That's a typical baseline for me right now, right? On average. Now you're making $75,000 a year. Now you're able to save up for the down payment on the house. Now you're able to relocate. Now you're able, I recently talked to a new mentee who was like, Ashley, I just need my salary to match my lifestyle. And I was like, girl, you better be out here living. But yes, we do want you to be able to live within your means, and we want your means to grow. When people say live within your means, I think that a lot of times they like, you need to spend less money. No, we want our means to grow. Let's live within our means and grow our means, right? Let's do both. Both are available to us. Let's not stay broke and live broke. Let's live richly and be rich, right? Like both are available, right? And so that's what's available to you when you invest in yourself through expert level mentorship. And so I really want to invite you into that. I want to invite you to get the support that you need. I want to invite you to make more money and have more impact in your career through investing in mentorship. The cost is about $18,000. Like, that's not the cost to work with me. That's the cost of not getting expert level mentorship. $18,000. That's the difference. Can you afford to blow $18,000? Can you afford to leave $18,000 on the table? Just throw a heart up on the screen if you literally cannot afford to leave $18,000 on the table. Like if you're like, oh no, I need each dollar in my pocket, cannot afford to leave $18,000 on the table. Just like throw a heart up on the screen. You can put it in the comment section. You just press the little heart button on the side. I just want to know if you're like, oh, I cannot afford to leave $18,000 on the table. If you can't afford that, I want to know. And if that sounds like you, if you're watching on replay, invite you to type replay here because I want to reach out to you. I'm going to talk to you about your career, and I want to start working on developing a plan to help you make more money and have more impact in your career. Because the hidden cost of not getting the support that you need is $18,000. Yeah, I'm seeing the hearts come in. You can't afford to leave $18,000 on the table. You can't afford that. No one can afford that. I ain't saying you broke. I'm simply saying you can't afford that. I can't afford that. Can't nobody afford that. Nobody can afford to leave $18,000 on the table. I invite you to apply to the Accelerator today, right? Like I need y'all. I love it. You're saying in the comment like I need all of my coins. That's how much. That's the cost. That's the hidden cost. And now it ain't hidden. I just told you. But that is the cost of not getting expert level mentorship. Even if you get the job, you leaving like thousands and thousands of dollars on the table. Don't let that be you. It's about an $18,000 difference. $18,000 ain't nothing to sneeze at. $18,000. I mean, in this market, in this economy, $18,000. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. That's a down payment on the house. You can buy a car for $18,000. You know, that's at least a year's tuition at a state school, right? That's a vacation every quarter, a nice one, a luxury vacation every quarter, $18,000. You can't afford to leave that on the table. I invite you to get the help that you need. Apply to the Accelerator today, right on my website at mentor-me.org. I'm so excited to serve you. I'm so excited to help you. I'm excited to really help you make more money and have more impact in your career. It's a $18,000 mistake to not invest in your career through mentorship. You can't afford to make an $18,000 mistake. $18,000 mistake, yeah. Expensive AF, right? Child. And people be like, well, I can't afford to hire you, Ashley, because, you know, the kids got this and that. This is for the kids. This is for the kids. Think of it as an investment in your children's future. If that makes you feel better about investing in yourself, because I think a lot of women, they can't prioritize themselves. Let me know if this is you. You'll be looking for an excuse. Well, I got to do it for this. I got to help this person. Child, say it's for the kids. If that's going to help you get the help that you need, say that investing in your career is for the kids. Because then you're going to be able to pick up $18,000 and then you can buy the kids something. I don't know. If you need an excuse, I hope you don't need an excuse. I hope that you can believe in yourself enough to invest in yourself. But if you need an excuse, say it's for the children so that you can get the help that you need. Okay? Say it's for the babies. Say it's for the children. Okay? That might give you the excuse you need. I'm glad y'all joined me for today's live. I'm so grateful for this community. I'm so grateful to just be able to serve you and show up for you and show you like real data, real numbers, the raw of the $50,000 case study, the ways that I serve women and the outcomes that they get. I look forward to talking to you in our application call later this week. Talk soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.